I'm Robin Horsfall. I want to tell you more about the Veterans and People's Party. We reject extremist ideas. Extremist views are created by fear. When we're frightened, we resort to our basest instincts. Fear makes us follow those who promise to make us safe, and the outsider always gets the blame. The outsider has had many guises over the centuries: Protestant, Catholic, Black, Jewish, Islamic, Communist. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "Darkness cannot drive out the darkness." The shadows are spreading across Britain, and it's time for someone to open the windows and let in the light. We want to remove the fear of debt, the fear of becoming homeless, and the fear of the outsider. We will do that by improving the quality of people's lives. Our party believes that we're going through a period of political and social decline. Our nation is dominated by the belief that money is the solution to all problems. Money cures all. Money is God. We have the rule of money. All our priorities are decided on one premise: does it pay? We cannot have a society in which the only deciding factor is cost. We cannot quantify quality. Happiness does not come out of a bank. Now is a time to invest in our future. We want a society that regenerates itself through care, training and personal development. A society that gets the best from those with the poorest start in life. Stability at home is our number one priority. For the poor, shelter, power, water, food, health and security are the priorities. We currently spend billions on welfare while prices soar. Continually rising prices hurt everyone. We could use those billions to build state-owned houses. Houses that are prefabricated, quickly built, environmentally friendly and cheap. Cheap to manufacture, cheap to maintain and cheap to rent. The minimum wage is £7.83 per hour and was designed to lift people out of poverty. But the weekly return for a worker on a minimum wage is £313. From this they pay council tax, water and power. Topped up by welfare benefits, a minimum wage earner doesn't save, they don't even survive. Communities are depressed and held down. No trades, no apprenticeships, no training and no skills. They're a pit of disposable units that can be hired and fired on 0 hours contracts. They see no escape, no way out except perhaps crime, theft, drugs or prostitution. In response, we arrest or evict them for being poor, for being unable to manage. We send them to prison and spend between £35,000 and £40,000 per inmate per year on their incarceration. There must be a better way to use that money. The poor have been described by some as shameless. Shameless? Only in the UK would a government fund investigations into the actions of their own soldiers on behalf of our former enemies. Only in the UK can a lawyer get rich taking out spurious prosecutions against soldiers who went to war at the behest of their own government. Only in the UK can a former serving soldier be turned into a political prisoner. Shameless? Only in Britain can a terrorist commit premeditated murder and then claim the protection of the law he just broke and demand his human rights. They call this the rule of law. I call it the rule of lawyers. We have terminal political and social decay, and it's time for change. It's time to resuscitate our nation with new standards and new laws. With your help, we can create that change. With your help, we can find a new way. Join us and become a member of the Veterans and People's Party today. Thank you.